Okay. All right, good. It's nice to meet in front of you guys with a victory like that, as opposed to the alternative. When we first got the job here, we talked about character, and the thing I like the most about this senior class is their character. Going into this game, we're 2 games shy of, or I should say 7 points shy of having 2 more victories on the win side. If we're doing that, everybody's happy as hell around here. But we didn't do it. Came up short. And today it was a war. It was a war about character. Love the crowd. Love Syracuse. Love the crowd. You media people criticize the ones that don't show up, but you need to give the ones that do show up credit. And that's what I'd like to say first and foremost. I credit our fans for helping us win that game today. Because when it got down to crunch time, that thing got loud out there, and that helped us win this game. Proud of my coaching staff. Proud of my coaching staff. Our creed has always been character wins out. We'll never, ever, ever give up. Never. We'll never give up. And I don't care if it was Florida State when we got our butts kicked, or Clemson when we let ourselves down, most importantly. Our kids never quit, and they come back the next week and they're resilient. Last 2 weeks we've been beat up pretty damn good. A lot of guys out. The next guy in has been our creed. The next man in. I don't care what your name is. I don't care what jersey. I don't care what position you're supposed to be playing. But the next man in is up. And it's his job to get it done. And today was a great example of the next man in. I think about Hickey played the game. We shot him up right. He didn't practice it down this week. Not one snap. He said, "Coach, I'm playing. I'm for damn sure playing, Coach." We shot him up. We waited as long as we could, and then we shot him up, and he played as long as he could for as hard as he could, and he just went. And finally, couldn't play anymore. So Lasker goes in, and he plays a good ball game. He plays a good football game. Sproul knocks 44, knocks the hell out of him. I don't know what happened, but they were both on the ground. Sproul's down. Don't know if he can go. Luke Arcinego comes in. Next man in. 11's out. 5 comes in. Next man in. Quinte Funderburg. I'm more proud of Quinte off the field. He's got his life in order. He had some bumps in the road, and I'm proud of him as a human being. And character guys make plays, and that's what happened. He made a play because he's done things right off the field. He's learned a lot about himself through this educational process at an unbelievable school. He comes in, back shoulder, great catch. Alvin Cornelius, 2 weeks in a row, comes in. Nobody knows who Alvin is except for Jimmy Munson, his high school coach. Alvin comes in, he blocks well, he makes plays. Josh Paris, did he score twice today? Was the wide throw back to him? I couldn't even tell who caught it. Josh Paris. He told me he never really watched football too much until junior year of high school. Next guy in, playing after Beckett Wales gets hurt, does a great job. We throw Eskridge in. On offense, he makes a great catch. He goes up, makes a great catch. Take our free safety. He goes in at wide receiver, makes a catch. Tyson Gully's out. George Morris runs like the man I knew he is. I can go on and on, you guys. This is a team of character. A bunch of new names. We got no names that are off, and we got new names that are back on the football field. And I couldn't be prouder of them. This is what college football is all about. There's not a waiver wire. You can't pick up the phone and say, let's get so-and-so. He's sitting out right. No, this is college football. You got to step up to the plate and say, hey, what's your name again? Yeah, you're in. All right, then all of a sudden you know his name when he makes a play. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Couldn't be prouder. Could not be prouder. Oh, you have children. I'm so proud of my daughter Elsa and Wolfgang. But my extended family, these kids, couldn't be prouder. Mackie McPherson, this whole group, character. That defense, right? How many of you guys said it was over on the interception? Bud, tell me the truth. Did you say it was over, Bud? I love your honesty. Our kids didn't. And then someone said, would you ever just let them score so you have more time on the clock? Hell no. We're not doing that. What kind of a message does that send to the kids? This ain't the NFL. This is college football. Fight the good fight, the right way with integrity, and you find a way to win the game. I love this team. I freaking love this team. I love this town. Boy, eligible. Any questions?
Scott, one guy you've stuck with all year is Terrell Hunt, your quarterback. What did he show you on that last drive, particularly coming back from that interception?
Well, he kept fighting the good fight. He works hard. He's a high character. He's a hard-working kid, and he's going to compete. Did I mention how proud I am of George McDonald, too? You guys been all over him. He's pieced this thing together, and he's made some great calls. I thought Coach McDonald kept them off balance all day long. All day long, I thought he kept them off balance. You know, a lot of people say, "We're going, let's run it on him." He changed it up, went empty, held the first three or four plays, I think. Changed it up. He was creative. He's a bright young coach. He's learning. You know, he's learning a lot about the game as he moves forward. Had a lot of criticism. Couldn't be prouder of George. I don't know if I changed the question into my answer or what.
Other questions for Coach? Raise your hand for the microphone, please. Any questions for Coach?
Pretty good?
Yeah, David.
Scott, obviously Andre Williamson played the end of the game, but you guys were doing a really good job on him. What did you guys see that you could slow him down like other teams haven't been able to this year?
Coach Fuller and the defensive staff did a great job. What we wanted to do is try to make him go sideways, make him go east and west. When we looked at his productivity, he was like Floyd Little. He'd put his foot in the grass and get north and south. And if you came into him, he's going to hurt him. He's going to hurt you. That's why he wears 44. You know. So we wanted to make him go sideways, and then rally, and have our secondary, tackle. And our kids did a good job. I saw Jeremy come up, make a big hit early in the game. And hats off to BC. They did a nice job adjusting to the elements. They changed some things up on us. They ran some passes, some hard play action, crazy throwback, wild-ass stuff that we hadn't seen a lot of. They ran the Virginia Tech throwback. Adazio kept that in his notebook from the years all the way back here when we beat Virginia Tech. Wasn't that a great game, you guys? Was it 1922 we started playing these guys? Something like that? 1922 we started playing these guys. Northeast football. I can't wait for the day that these two teams, Syracuse and Boston College, really have an impact on this ACC conference. Both of us need to continue to recruit to catch up with those two cats in front of us. Those two teams that are a little bit more talented than the rest of us. But it's nice to have that Northeast flavor in the ACC, and couldn't be proud to be part of that.
Chris.
Scott, you talked about George a little bit. You come in off a year where you've been really successful on offense and struggle early. How did he kind of keep the belief of the team?
We just kept fighting a good fight. We all continued to talk. We lost Ryan Nassar, broke all kinds of passing records here. We lose Alec Lemon, broke Rob Moore's records. We lose the left tackle that's picked in the top 20 picks in the NFL, and the guy next to him, damn good. We lost a bunch of good football players. Our leading tackler for the last couple of years in Shamarko Thomas, Dion Goggins. I mean, we lost a lot of good football players from last year's team. And we weren't going to make that we're going to say, well, a couple of years we'll be able. No, we're going to fight our butt off, And George, we've been down this road before at different schools. And people told us we couldn't do stuff, and we just keep fighting a good fight, and good things happen, and you win with character and toughness. And that's what that was today. It was a Northeast toughness football. A tough-ass football game. Sorry. Go ahead.
Scott, one guy you haven't mentioned yet is Ryan Norton. He misses the 30-yarder, and he went for it on that fourth down play, and then he hits two in the second half. Next guy in. Ross Krautman was our starter going into the. We're going to use Norton to kick off. That's what we did all year, all summer long. They worked on those two things. Krautman would kick field goals, and Norton would kick off. And then all of a sudden, Ross has that injury, strange injury, and has to have surgery, and Norton was the next guy in. You go right down that whole deal, man. Next guy in, and you just keep on fighting it, And I know I showed a lack of confidence in him, a week ago in the Pitt game, going for it there and trying to run the fake. And he was ready to go again after he made the last one he made today. He's like, Coach, I got another one in me if you need me. And I said, I know you do. I know you do. That's the thing I love about this group. They know what we're trying to get accomplished here.
Steve?
Coach, 2:08 on the clock. You've got the ball 75 yards away. You asked us what we thought. What were you thinking at that point as your offense trots back on the field? And did you say anything to the offensive unit and Terrell Hunt after he just thrown that interception, getting ready for that final drive?
I actually didn't say anything to Terrell. I just clicked over and talked to George, and I said, do what you've been doing all day. You've been getting after him all day. You've had him confused all day long. Keep going. And then as we went down the field, he made a great call on that throwback. I thought that was an awesome call. They had a great call, and just couldn't be prouder. Kids they just kept fighting. I mean, the thing that's so fulfilling, and you guys that played the game, or you ladies that played sports or coached sports, Renee, there's nothing better when you look into a kid's eyes and they don't give up. Even when a lot of the people around them have, students, whatever you may have. And it stays true to the philosophical point of view that we have is build character first, and then they'll go play football for you. And that's what this group is. I know I say it to you guys, and I know it's boring, and it's but these kids are of high character. They really are. Good kids.
Scott, you talk so much about the players and everything that they've done, but putting your staff together and the group that you had coming in and doing what they did, you talked about George McDonald, but overall, what can you say about your staff and how they've had to resolve through the season?
Same as the kids, we just kept fighting a good fight, adjust as we had to, whether it was personnel or scheme, and just, going into the season, we knew there was going to be some ugliness to this project because we had so many new kids at new positions, at key positions. And I said, let's just win ugly. Let's find ways. If we got to win ugly, we win ugly. We take the criticism on our shoulders and say it's okay. A win's a win. And the guys been extremely resilient, and the kids are definitely a reflection of those assistant coaches. They have resilience. They fight, and that's the way these coaches are too. So couldn't be prouder of them, and looking forward to the next one. Thanks for coming.